It's Donna here, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Halloween spider nail art. If you enjoy watching, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and of course tell all your friends about it. Enjoy watching. Here I've got a tip which has had the shininess removed with a buffer. Now I'm taking a nice red gel polish and I'm applying my first layer of gel polish colour. Make sure to apply this nice and thin, the first layer, so that the colour hardens out nicely once it goes into the lamp. Of course I'm choosing red, but you can choose any colour which you like for the first layer. Now we've got a smooth coverage. It's going to go into the LED lamp to harden out for half a minute or for the recommended time that your colour needs. If, for example, you're using a UV lamp. I now apply my second layer of gel polish colour. Again, making sure to take the colour right to the edges and making sure to cap the free edge if you're doing this on real nails. So I've got a lovely smooth coverage. There's no air bubbles or anything. Nice and smooth. That goes into the lamp to harden out again for the recommended time. Here I've decided to use a small amount of chrome powder. This one has got a, let me see, it's got a golden effect. It's called Mermaid Gold. Using a very small brush, a nice soft brush, you place it into the chrome powder, just taking a small amount, tap off the excess, and then place the colour onto your nail. I'm just going to do a nice pattern which goes up the side. I think that's looking quite nice. Just a little bit more, tap it off. I don't want a full coverage, I'm just going for this nice effect. At the edges it's nice to just smooth it out a little bit so that it's a little bit softer. There we go. I like to fixate this in my lamp just for a few seconds. While that's in the lamp, I can just tidy away these items. This is now out of the lamp and straight onto the sticky layer. I'm going to make the little spider. Here I've got some foil gel. You obviously can get foil gel in many different brands. This is foil gel. And using the foil gel, let me put it into focus, and I've got a very little dotting tool. I'm going to pop it into the foil gel, just get a small amount, and I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to add a dot of gel right here to make the body of my spider. I'm just doing it very, very gently. Don't need to press hard. Don't need to make it too difficult for ourselves. That's it. And now I want to make a little head for my spider. There's his little head. And I'm going to take a dotting tool with an extremely tiny end, like this, it's so tiny. And I'm just going to go into his head and pull two little tiny little strips out. Hopefully you can see that. At this point, I do like to fixate this in, actually, I'm going to make his body just slightly fatter. He is a little bit too thin, this spider. That's it, I prefer that. I'm going to put this into the lamp to harden out just for a few seconds. So that was it. The next thing we do is we want to make him some legs. So I'm going to use a very, very thin brush. Very thin, it's just a liner brush. Just go in really gently. Don't need to make it too difficult. Just let's go into focus. Yeah. So we go into the pot. And now we can draw him a few legs. Obviously, you can't have a spider without legs. So I'm going to do some extremely thin line. I just do one here. Then I do another one going up. Let's see. That's it. We'll go back into our pots. And let's give him another leg on the other side. Let's try and get this in focus. So that's it. And he's got another leg. And basically, well, obviously the spider needs 8 legs. So we'll do another one here. And then we'll bring it up the side. I will make this one a bit longer than the first leg. So, because I'm trying to make a black widow spider. They have very long, thin, spindly legs. They're tiny, tiny spiders and very dangerous. So I'm going to give him another, just each time I just go into my gel, I just need a tiny, tiny amount on my brush, so small. I'm going to make some more legs. Let's do one coming down here. And going inwards. Yeah. Go back into the gel and do another one. And come in. And now, of course, we're on to the last 2 little thin legs. So, and I do one more. I've got enough gel on my brush, so I don't need to go back into my pot of gel immediately. Let's see. Okay, this one's a bit light, so no problem, just go over it again. Let's see, this is what we've got so far. I do want to add a tiny little dot. This is just, let's see. Just get another tiny dot of gel. I like to add one just at the joints. I just find it a little bit more fun. I like to do this. You don't have to do this, but it's a suggestion. So, a tiny dot. Yeah, so then you have this, and now we put it into the lamp to harden for about 1 minute. This is now out of the lamp, and the last thing I want to do is to add a little bit of red foil, because if you Google pictures of black widows, they've always got a little bit of, let's get into focus, yeah. They've always got a little bit of red on their bodies, so I'm just about to press this into the sticky layer of the foil gel, a little bit of red on his body, let's see. I have to do this quite carefully. Yep. Because I don't want him to have completely red legs. There's just a tiny bit of red on his body. Okay, when I turn it, you can see the red. And now what I'm going to do is apply a top coat. Here, I'm using a flexible top coat. What I mean by that is just a nice top coat which you can soak off, which is suitable for your gel polish. Just use the top coat which goes with the brand that you work with. Here every area is covered with the spider. So let's bring it a little bit closer so that you can see that. He's totally covered. What I like to do is to put that in the lamp to harden out. And I always like to apply an extra coat of the top gel, just to make sure that everything is fixated nicely. The second layer of top gel has been applied, and there you are, nails are ready. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I hope you've got lots of inspiration. I place 2 films a week, on a Wednesday and on a Saturday, so I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye.